How's everyone doing? We are here on a Sunday night. Little special surprise live video in front of Space Mountain. Now, as a lot of you know, there's a lot of chat about Space Mountain right now. Is it going to disappear? Is it going to get totally remodeled? What is going on with Space Mountain? So I thought it would be a good idea to kind of jump on with you fine folks, talk a little bit about what's happening, see what's going on, and yeah, let's take a look around and see what's up. I'm going to spin this camera around a little bit. Thank you all for being here. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This is the OG Disney Cat telling you where it's at with all things Disney. Welcome to the live stream. Let me know what's going on. All right. So here we are. Space Mountain in all of its glory. The original OG. 1975, Space Mountain opened. It was a major hit. It was the first tubular in-the-dark roller coaster of its kind. Here we are. Let's see if I can make that picture a little better. Here we are. Space Mountain. Magic Kingdom.
To your right is the Astro Orbiter, our celestial symbol of interplanetary harmony. Our orbit launched high above Tomorrowland.
All right, let's take a little stroll here, see what's happening. Current standby time is 40 minutes. Still quite the attraction. And especially now with all the rumors circulating about what is going on with Space Mountain. So we'll have to wait and see. D23 is coming up, and we'll see what kind of announcements we get. So let me know in the chat what you think. So, and I'll go over kind of what we know and what's circulating. So what we do know is there's absolutely going to be some form of an announcement, although Disney has not officially confirmed anything with regards to Space Mountain. But there are indications that this is going to be a vastly changed ride. Let me spin around a little bit here so I can talk to you guys. Space Mountain in the background there. So, Sunday evening, August 9th, Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World, and we're hanging out at Space Mountain. We're seeing what's going on. So, D23 coming up. There is talk of potentially a major rebuild similar to what they've already announced in Tokyo, which would be a complete inside-outside, completely new building, completely new ride, everything completely different. Let me know your thoughts on that. I made a video previously, earlier this week, about my thoughts. I'm of the opinion that I think they can leave the outside, but I do think they can change the inside. After all, this ride is 50 years old. It certainly needs a little love. It could use a little attention and make the ride smoother, make the audio better, increase the capacity, all good things. So let's see what they announce on the 23rd. All right, so I think we're going to just take another little second out here. And then I think let's take a little spin. Let's see if we can get on this. They won't, I know that they will not let me film inside the ride, but I thought it might be worth talking about while we're there. So I want to thank everyone for being on the chat. Thanks for being with us. Again, for those of you that just joined, I kind of did a little recap on Space Mountain. Space Mountain opened in 1975. It's a 51-year-old ride. It was the first roller coaster in Walt Disney World. The first roller coaster of its kind, mostly in the dark, completely tubular, dark ride roller coaster. It was a sensation when it opened. They actually had some Apollo astronauts here for the opening of the ride. Jim Lovell, who was the lunar rover module commander and pilot on Apollo 15, was here opening day. He was one of the first people to experience the attraction, and it's been a hit ever since. But now here we are, D23 a few days away. D23, rumor has it, announcements will be made. I mean, officially, those are all rumors. Disney's made no such indication. We do know that Tokyo Space Mountain is being completely knocked down, rebuilt, and we'll see what happens. Current wait time here is 40 minutes for the ride. It's a little bit after 9 p.m. And thank you all for being here. And, thanks to Lark, thanks to user 6827, thanks to Willow W. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming out tonight. All right, so let's see what we can see inside. We'll film as long as they let us film, and we'll see what's going on. All right, let's just tap in here. All right, here we go, folks. Let's take a little stroll inside the OG, the original roller coaster of Walt Disney World. First roller coaster in Walt Disney World. Opened in 1975. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. I'm hoping that the changes are not too crazy. I'm hoping that, they do some good stuff. On the inside, I'm hoping they retain the outside. So we'll have to see what the final segment says.
Attention Space Mountain passengers. Space Mountain is a thrilling, high-speed, turbulent roller coaster type ride in the dark that includes sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops. For a safe space flight, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back, or neck problems, motion sickness, or other conditions that could be aggravated by this invention. Expectant mothers should not ride, and passengers who do not meet the minimum height requirements.
So we're walking through.
Be sure to supervise children at all times. And remember that passengers in wheelchairs must transfer into a rocket to participate in this launch. Thank you, and enjoy your flight.
All right, so we're kind of walking through the queue here, taking a look. We're going to have an announcement probably at D23 very soon. And we'll see what changes it brings. But, this has been my favorite ride since I was a little kid. I remember being here in 75 when it opened. It was a great ride then. It's a great ride now. Hopefully, the greatness will continue. I don't mind a refurb. I don't mind them doing some work. But I just hope they don't knock it all down and rebuild it all like they're doing in in Tokyo. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, at one point in time, they used to have like some games set up here, some space games to entertain and keep people moving in the line. It was good for the youngins. That has since changed. It's not that there haven't been any updates or refurbs or anything Space Mountain since it opened, but there have been, minor changes. Did some lighting changes. We've had some other changes here and there. But largely the ride has remained the same. In the dark, super fast, great ride, thrilling, fun, wonderful to be around. So, man, we kind of breezed through the line here pretty quickly. So we will see how long they let us film. We'll see what's going on. Here's the load. Classic 3x3. That's one of the things that they're talking about is, they may put a new type of ride, an actual 2x2 as opposed to the single file 3x3 that has been in existence since it opened. So, for those of you that have been to Disneyland or any of the other parks, you'll know that it's usually been that way. It's a tandem ride car, not single file 3x3. But this was the original. This is the way it's been. And so that may be one of the changes in one of the announcements that we get at D23. But we'll have to see what gets announced and what it bears out. So I thought it would be fun just to do a quick little live tonight, kind of do a walk, talk about Space Mountain's history, talk about some of the rumors out there, talk about some of the things happening, and get everybody's thoughts and opinions on it, and see what's going on. So I want to, again, thank everyone for being on. Milo Torres, thank you for being on the call, joining us tonight. Everybody else that's been on the call, appreciate you being here. I did a full video on Space Mountain where I went in detail about the history, the original launch, when it opened, what was going on, some of the Apollo astronauts that were here when it launched. Lots of pretty cool stuff. If you haven't had a chance to yet, then you may want to check that video out when you get a moment. But I just thought this would be a little fun live tonight. If they do make a big announcement, we really don't know. When does the closure happen? When does the refurb happen? When does the rebuild happen? We're really not sure. So we will see. We will see what it all brings. So let me spin around and say hi. There we are. So again, I want to thank everyone for being here. We're checking out Space Mountain, the original OG roller coaster. I don't think we're going to be doing a live tomorrow night. We'll have to see, but I not necessarily planned. But we'll see what comes. And it looks like we are down. Looks like we are down at the moment. Lights just came on. Also interesting. Too bad we're not on the coaster. Always interesting when the lights are on inside Space Mountain. So we'll see. people waiting to ride, loaded, ready to go. Yeah, it looks like both sides are completely down right now. Unfortunate, but here we are. It's fascinating to me how well this ride has held up. I mean, 1975, that was 51 years ago. Like I said, I've been coming down here since I was a little kid. I remember when it opened. That was my favorite ride then. It blew my mind how cool this attraction was.
Please remain seated as your flight will continue in moments. Those travelers awaiting departure, please remain where you are, and the host or hostess will direct you.
Milo, you're welcome, man. It's always a deja vu for me too. Whenever I come here, this has always been my favorite ride, and I hope that remains to be so. I'm hoping the changes aren't, too radical. As I said, previously. Hey, happy birthday, Zintel Double. C3V. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Happy birthday. Thanks for taking a minute and spending some time with us here today. Appreciate you. But yeah, 1975 when it opened. Thought it was a cool ride. Still think it's a cool ride. Hoping it remains to be a cool ride. But yeah. We'll have to see what the changes are. We'll have to see what's coming down the pike. Rumor has it, although, Disney hasn't confirmed anything, but the rumors are rampant. I'm sure you guys have seen, there's been a million videos out running about, the potential of what's going on, what could happen. They have announced, a major complete knockdown and redo, rebuild, new outside, new inside, new everything in Tokyo. I'm hoping that that's not the case here, but we'll have to see. We'll see what gets announced at D23. We'll have to see what Josh Tomorrow, the new CEO of Disney World, has to say. Disney Company, I should say. I happen to think that he's on the right page with everything that I have seen him say and do. I think having spent a good amount of time in the park, working for parks, kind of growing up in parks like many of us, I think he gets it. I think he knows what we all want to see and appreciate and love about the place. And I'm hoping that continues, So we'll see. So right now, Space Mountain is down. I haven't gotten in the queue yet because I'm in the queue. I'm inside the building, obviously. I just meant I didn't get in the final loading area yet. Just kind of want to see what's going on. Is it down for the night or just temporarily down, but So let me know what you guys have seen. Let me know if you've seen any interesting podcasts, anything on Reddit, any other YouTube videos, any interesting stuff that you've heard about what's going on with the ride. There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of talk. We'll have to see what's going on here. Looks like these people are getting evacuated from the ride. I don't know. We might be down for a while. We'll have to see. All right. I don't see anybody loading. I think we're sort of down for the extended period of time here. So we'll have to see. Yeah, they are definitely they've pulled some of the people who were loaded off the ride, and we'll see.
You don't have to be mad. It's up to you, right?
Yeah, I think sounds like and looking like we're down here. Maybe we'll have to. The park is open till 11 o'clock tonight, so maybe we'll have to swing back around a little later and see what's going on. I think doesn't look like anything's happening anytime soon. All the lights are on. They've unloaded anybody who was loaded. So I think we're down for an extended period of time. So, all right. I think we're gonna take a stroll back out, and we'll see if it all comes back later. Yeah. All right. But yeah, I agree with you there, Milo Torres. I think, Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World, those are all great. I'm a big Carousel of Progress guy, too. We'll have to see what's going on with that. That, of course, they did announce. That is now closed. It's getting a remodel. They announced some things. So I think we're going to be getting we're going to get an audio animatronic of Walt. We're going to see some new end scenes at the opening. It's going to now begin, as I understand it, in 1964, and then it will move on from there, and we'll see what Carousel starts to look like. And we'll see what other new announcements we get. I mean, this D23 is buzzing, man. I mean, they're talking about a lot of stuff. But I think
This is Leslie. Mission Control, we are sorry to report that we are experiencing flight delays. This will result in longer than anticipated wait times. We are working to get your rockets moving as soon as possible. A Space Mountain cast member will be happy to answer any questions you may have.
All right. They just made the official announcement. I guess they're having some extended issues. Wait times have increased. It's probably going to be a while before Space Mountain comes back up. But yeah, so we'll take a stroll. We'll take a stroll back out. We'll see what's up, and maybe we'll come back. But give me a little second here. I'm going to walk in nice and slowly through the queue. Other things that, there's a lot of theming that went on with Space Mountain, and these are the areas that a lot of people just kind of rush through, run through. I get it. Everybody just wants to jump on the ride, but if you can appreciate theming, appreciate everything that went on here. I mean, this ride, this building, that stark white contrast outside. I mean, Space Mountain, is an iconic building. I mean, I think you could show that picture to just about anyone, and they would know. If you didn't tell them what it was, they would recognize the building from the outside and know that this is Space Mountain. So we're just kind of going backwards in the queue here, but it's an extended shutdown at the moment. So we'll see when and if they let it back up. All right, so we're Starport 75, when it opened. Pretty cool stuff. So. Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, safety is first. So, always important. I know it's frustrating, when you get online and you're all amped up and you're got the vibes going and you really want to like ride it, and then it kind of goes down when you're on it. But what are you gonna do? These things happen. So here's the entrance, which again, as I said, a lot of people just kind of fly by this. There's a lot of cool stuff and information in here. And I still think it's pretty futuristic, even though, it's 51 years. But, we'll see. We will see. So we're heading back out into Tomorrowland now. We'll see what's going on, All right, back outside. Let's take a little stroll around Tomorrowland. Maybe we'll jump on the People Mover.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing so good, so good.
All right, back outside in Tomorrowland. Unfortunately, our Space Mountain ride got, shut down at the moment. But, let's take a quick look over here at Tron. Maybe we'll walk over there for a minute. Let's see what Tron's looking like. We'll see. Alrighty, it's a very humid night here, but we'll say the park is full. Still pretty crowded, still a lot going on. Tron's up and running. That's fun. So we'll see. And hopefully, they'll bring Space Mountain back online pretty soon, and then we'll take a spin on that, I hope. Maybe that's how we end the evening, but we'll see. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate everyone being here. I don't go live very often. I don't live in Florida, but whenever I get an opportunity to come down, I try to do a live and talk about some things. If you haven't had an opportunity to check out any of my other videos, got a lot of cool stuff. I talk a lot about, the history of the park, the then and the now. I've been coming here, as I said, since I was a little boy. And I remember a lot of it, and I've seen a lot of it change, and I remember the stuff that was awesome. I remember the stuff that was not so awesome and changed. Always new stuff going on. And, I know everybody kind of falls in love with things, and they get upset from time to time and say, oh, how can they change that? How can they take this away? How can they take that away? But let's remember, Walt himself said, that Disney would never be finished. It would always be, reinventing itself, constantly in flux. And I think that's one of the reasons why so many people continue to come and love it, and over and over and over. So we took a stroll inside Space Mountain. Unfortunately, it was while we were in the queue, it got shut down. And obviously, the purpose of this little live tonight was to talk about Space Mountain, which we'll continue to do, but we got shut down and they walked us out. So the ride will be down for, an extended period of time. And so we'll see. The park is open till 11, so maybe we'll get another shot. But I thought we'd take advantage of that. We'll still talk about space. We'll walk over to the new space coaster, Tron. So you got a nice 1-2 punch with, the OG of Space Mountain, Tron Light Cycle Run, 1-2 punch. Tron looks really cool at night, I have to say. I love the inside outside of Tron. I think it's pretty awesome. But I'm an OG for space. Space Mountain was my favorite ride. Still my favorite ride. Love it. Try to spin around here. We'll see if we can get a couple of shots of Tron, And of course, there it is. You get while you're in the Tron queue, you got the iconic Space Mountain in the background. At night, in blue, looking pretty cool. Love the score for Tron too. Also very cool. And Space Mountain has the music of Space Mountain is just awesome. You hear the asteroids and everything whizzing by. Nothing quite like it. It is an awesome experience. All right, we'll take a little stroll down here. See if we can catch some people coming around on Tron. Woo! Man, Tron is fast. Tron is a fast ride. Pull over here, see if we can catch a few glimpses. That is a fast ride, boys and girls. Tron Light Cycle Run, pretty awesome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you spending some time. Enjoy your dinner. Well, I know this live was supposed to be about Space Mountain. We did start out there. We spoke a little bit about it. We got inside the queue. We were attempting to ride it. We made it all the way inside the building, but then, of course, as fate would have it, the ride went down. So we didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance to ride it, but we'll see if it comes back up. I mean, they did say it's going to be, they encouraged everyone to leave. They said they didn't have a timeline and when they thought it was going to reopen. So we walked back out, and Tron is up and running right next door to Space Mountain, one of the newer coasters, which is kind of interesting. Space Mountain opened 1975. First tubular dark coaster. First roller coaster, period, at Walt Disney World here in Florida. And there are now 9. And, Tron right next door, one of the newer ones, but also, kind of a nice 1-2 punch with Space Mountain, which is kind of fun. And, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. So hopefully space comes back up and we'll get a little spin on that. In the meantime, we're going to swing back around, take another little shot there of Space Mountain in the background. How awesome does that look? Juxtaposed up against the Tron, all in blue. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Nothing like Disney coasters in Walt Disney World. The parks are amazing. Always have been. One of the reasons why I keep coming back. Again and again and again. All right, so we're going to swing back around in Tomorrowland. See what's going on. See if space comes back online. If it does, we'll jump on that. If it doesn't, then we'll just have to try again. We'll have to try again, maybe tomorrow. We will see. All right, coming down. Another shot of Space Mountain. The iconic Space Mountain. How awesome is that at night and with the blue lights on it like that? In the daytime, that stark white. It's just amazing. I really, really am hoping that, they, whatever they're going to do, I hope they don't change the outside. I really hope that remains. Just so cool. What a great looking building. Practically an original, certainly an early ride here. Walt Disney World opened in 1971. We got Space Mountain in 1975. And it has been just an awesome vibe ever since it opened. The ride still holds up. It's amazing to me how well that ride holds up after 51 years. But, so we'll see what changes are in store. We'll see what's going on. Well, let's continue our tour around Tomorrowland. Let's see what's going on here. Appreciate everyone jumping on this quick call tonight. I don't usually do lives very often, but I thought I'd jump on this one tonight just because there's so much buzz and chatter online, rumors, everything, and the upcoming D23, of course, and everybody's got thoughts. So I thought it might be cool to just come and hang out in Tomorrowland, talk about Space Mountain, talk about Tron, talk about the rest of Tomorrowland. We spent a little bit of time earlier talking about some of the stuff that's going on that they've already announced for Carousel of Progress. So we're going to get some new scenes. We're going to get some updated timelines. We'll get some Walt audio animatronics coming out of that. So that should be pretty cool. And you know, we will see what the future holds. We will see. So we're heading back around towards space. Let's see if it's open again. Jump up over here. Get another little quick exterior shot here at Space Mountain, the OG. How cool is that?
Y'all watching kids?
Such a cool looking building. So, and of course, right next door to Tron, Light Cycle Run. What a nice 1-2 punch. Got the OG coaster, Space Mountain, 1975. First roller coaster in Walt Disney World. I mean, think about that. First 4 years of Walt Disney World's existence in Florida, there were no roller coasters. None. No coasters. And then we got Space Mountain. And then it all changed. You know, we got Space Mountain, we got Big Thunder Mountain. Everywhere around the world got a Space Mountain. Pretty cool. Walking into the gift shop here real quick in Tomorrowland, just outside of Space Mountain. It's hot and muggy tonight, but thought it might be worth it to just kind of come out, take a stroll, see what's going on in here, take a look at some merch. What's happening? Got some good Star Wars merch in here. A lot of neat stuff. We'll see. We'll see what the changes bring, you know? That's a pretty cool sign there. Some OG stuff here, because, you know, when it opened, like I said earlier, they had a lot of the Apollo astronauts here who, you know, up until late 1972, I think December of 72 was the last lunar landing. And those last few, they actually had a lunar module that they were driving on the moon. So how cool is that? And they had a lot of those astronauts here. And, you know. So we're back outside. Looks like space is done for the night. I mean, there's still some people inside, I think, but they're taking this all down for the night. There's no wait time, standby entrance listed. So, all right. So much for riding it tonight. Best made plans, right? All you cool kids and crazy cats. So, alrighty. Well, looks like a lot of stuff is down in Tomorrowland right now. The People Mover is not running. Carousel of Progress has already, of course, closed for their refurb. That's going to be down for an extended amount of time, like a year. Space, we'll see what they announce. I mean, again, nothing's been confirmed, but, you know, we'll see what they have to say. see what gets announced. I just really hope it's not a complete, you know, tear it all down, rebuild it like they're doing in Tokyo. I'm hoping that's not the case. So, all right, let's take a stroll over here through Tomorrowland. I mean, the Astro Orbiter is running, but Space Mountain, the People Mover are down. Tron is up and running, and it also looks like Buzz is down. So, kind of not a good night to be in Tomorrowland. So, yeah. See what's going on. Well, fireworks are coming up. Let's see if we can stick around for those. We'll take another little stroll here around the other side of Tomorrowland. See what's going on. Oh. It looks like they're testing the People Mover again, but I didn't see any people on that car, so I don't know. Yeah. Sounds like People Mover's out for a while too. So, all right. A swing around the other side. We'll take a stroll by Anti-Gravity. We'll go see what's going on at Cosmic Rays. All right. Happily Ever After is in 10 minutes. Yeah, maybe we'll just let's swing around. We'll check that out. Catch a little Happily Ever After, and maybe we'll end the night on that. So. Well, I appreciate everyone coming out tonight, being on the stream. As I said, I don't do a lot of live streaming, but I do have a number of videos up. If you haven't had a chance to check those out, or if you think anything that I had to say might be interesting, go and check those out. I'm the OG Disney Cat on YouTube. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. I talk a lot about Disney history. I have a significant amount of videos then and now. I've got home footage that I filmed on a camcorder, you know, back in the 90s. I've posted some of that stuff. I've caught some interesting things through the years, things that don't exist anymore. I'll be posting a lot more videos about those types of things, old parades, defunct rides, things that I think should come back, things that I would love to see. And I also talk contemporary stuff as well. I mean, so, you know, I'm not in this for a million likes or any of that kind of stuff, but I like talking about the place. It's been a big part of my life. I've been coming here, like I said, for over 50 years. I remember when Space Mountain opened, and it was my favorite ride then, still my favorite ride. So. All right, so we're heading back out towards the hub here. See if we can catch some Happily Ever After tonight.
It's better viewing. I know these trees are in the way. It's better if you head down the bridge and face towards the castle.
Also, we have a premier character flying out above.
What are we gonna do here? Go this way. A lot of people in the hub tonight. A lot of people in the hub. Everybody looking. Everybody's looking to catch some happily ever after tonight. Oh, we'll see. See what we can see. Right. Pull over here for a minute. Let's see if we can post up. Oof. All right, it is a hot, humid night here.
The walkway behind us is closed, but all areas of the park, including additional firework viewing, will be accessible to your left. Which way? And church all the way points now. All areas of the park to your left.
Hub is a little crowded. We're gonna, I know you don't really see the projections as well from Fantasyland, but it might be interesting tonight to let's take a look, see how things look, what they look like from back here. Take a stroll and see.
Yes, we would watch the dang show. Stop whining.
I'm angry.
I'm getting angry at you too.
Becca cheated.
Stop saying it. Marco, pay attention.
So we'll see.
Always so nice and tranquil back here on this side of the park. A lot of people just use it as a cut through on the Tomorrowland Bridge, but it's really pretty charming.
Makes it easier for me.
Alrighty, let's see what's going on here. All right. There's a nice little shot of the castle there. We'll see.
If you'd like to stop and watch the fireworks, look to the right-hand side of the walkway.
All right. All right. Alright, let's head back towards the hub. Pretty crowded back here as well. So look, firework viewing was not part of my plan tonight. The plan was to hang out at Space Mountain, talk about it, ride it a couple of times. Unfortunately, Space Mountain's down. We've been unable to do that. So we're gonna head back into the hub, and we will see. We'll see what's going on.
You're right. It's like everyone always has different.
All right, we're 2 minutes away from fireworks. All right, we are 1 minute out from happily ever after. Like I said, it wasn't part of the plan tonight, but we'll take it. It's sky cleared up. It's a little humid and muggy out, but it's castle looks amazing as always. It's an interesting angle, kind of watching it from on the Tomorrowland Bridge as opposed to the hub. And like I said, we'll get back to Space Mountain, but I appreciate everyone being here. Here we go, folks. It is time. Space Mountain's currently down, but we took a stroll and we're going to catch a little bit of happily ever after. Enjoy the show. I'm going to stop talking.
right, baby? You tired? I know you're tired. Let's just wait for me, okay? Come on, we did shoot everything.
Well, inside those yellow lines for us, please. We're watching the fireworks. Fully inside the yellow lines, please. Yes, fully inside the yellow lines, please.
Okay?
Fully inside.
Yeah, so just let him be, okay? Got it? Try and get good videos for you. Like I said outside, okay? All right, come on, bro.
All right, that's Happily Ever After. We started off over at Space Mountain, talked a little bit about its past, its history, and what some of the rumors are about potential rebuilds or remodels, or who knows? Time will tell. D23's in a few days. We'll get some announcements, I'm sure, and we'll get some updates, and we'll see what's going on. But I thought it'd be worth doing a little quick live stream tonight in front of Space Mountain. Unfortunately, we were unable to ride it tonight because shortly after our stream started, the ride went down. But safety first, right? So we have to abide by that. People Mover was also down, so I think they were having some kind of electrical issues or something, at least at that moment. So anyway, we took a little stroll through Tomorrowland. We talked about a bunch of things, and we ended the night on Happily Ever After, which is about as cool of a night and cool of a thing as you can do to end the night in the Magic Kingdom. So thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos if you want to do a deeper dive on then versus now, and my takes and some of my home video footage of the parks from the early 70s all the way up until today. So this is the OG Disney Cat. Remember, everybody wants to be a cat, because the cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. See you real soon. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful evening, and go and find your Happily Ever After.